Good morning, FHS. We've got a wonderful show for you today. I'm Trent Galzinski.
And I'm Caden Foster, starting off with coverage of our CNA program, our Project Lead the Way classes,
and our AFJROTC program.
All this and more on BKTV Live. Out of all the programs our school offers, CNA is one where students get to work with real people.
The CNA program, students will learn how to care for a resident in a lab before going to work with a real patient.
The CNA program is a great program for students who are interested in health sciences and wanting to go into direct patient care and work in a healthcare setting. So it includes nurses, but not only nurses. They're learning a lot of information that nurses learn their first semester of their nursing program. So this is our lab, and so in any direct patient care healthcare program, you will see where they have a lab setting so they can start to get familiar with the environment, familiar with doing their skills on mannequins first, and then they do clinicals. So CNA program is a state program that requires 75 hours of classroom work, and then we have to do 100 clinical hours. So our students are going to 2 nursing homes locally in the area, and then they'll also be going to the hospital. So we encourage students to their freshman and sophomore year to take some health science classes. So we have Intro to Health Science and we have Health Science 2. Medical Terminology is another great class that you can take through MAC online. And then we also have students who have been in Project Lead the Way, Biomed, that have also taken the course as well. So we have agreements with our clinical sites where they have the clinical supervisor on site. If I'm not there during that time, that they're there as a resource for the students. And then we also have sometimes guest speakers that will come and talk with the students about different topics that we're going over. So we require that they be 17, so we look for senior or junior year students to apply to the program.
If you are interested in the CNA program, talk to Miss Kelly in room 123. This has been Morgan Short and Libby Abel reporting for BKTV.
Thanks Morgan Short and Libby Abel. For more information, talk to Miss Kelly in room 123 or the counselor about scheduling.
Now moving on, what is PLTW? How can it affect your life? Find out in this next segment.
Mr. Noblin, a PLTW teacher, helps students learn about practical life skills such as woodworking, programming, and construction.
PLTW is Project Lead the Way. It's a non-for-profit that has created engineering or STEM curriculums K through 12. At Farmington, we offer the 3 high school pathways. So PLTW engineering is what I teach. For the most part, we obviously teach technical skills. So I have 5 different classes: principles of engineering, computer integrated manufacturing, civil engineering and architecture, woodworking, and then construction. So obviously in each of those classes, they're learning technical skills directly related to those topics. But beyond that, it would be professionalism skills related to, going into a career STEM related. So time management, problem solving, math, etc. So again, those technical skills, if they decide to pursue a career in that topic, they've got, a foot ahead of some other students that might be pursuing the same degree. But those professionalism skills, whether they decide to pursue a career in STEM or any career, those are going to benefit them. Again, hopefully it's building a foundation for them to pursue careers related to STEM would be the goal. But again, even if they're choosing a topic, or not a topic, but a career that's business related or education related or whatever, they have those professionalism skills that are going to benefit them.
Mason Straggy is one of Noblin's students in Principles of Engineering.
My favorite part of it is the hands-on projects we do. Right now we're working on a functioning elevator. We have to like program it, and I'm in charge of building it and making sure it works. I just think that's my favorite part because like it's not many classes that give you like this kind of hands-on experience like PLTW does. Hands-on experience is like really valuable because not a lot of classes give you that. Plus like engineering classes, that's a pretty good like college path, I think.
Mr. Nolan prepares students like Mason for the future. For BKTV, that's Brendan Arena, Halton Medlin, and Rocky Killian reporting for BKTV.
Wow, Project Lead the Way is so helpful. Thanks to Brandon, Alton, and Rocky for this crazy insight.
Moving into our real-world news segment called Stuff That Matters. Our first story concerns the recent bank collapse. On Sunday, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, seized the assets of Silicon Valley Bank in California. The seizure was prompted when the depositors at the bank attempted to withdraw all their funds at once, causing a run on the bank. The FDIC stepped in and is working to protect the assets and to assure depositors receive their full deposits. This is the second largest bank failure in U.S. history. Regulators and politicians of all affiliations are stressing the fact that everyone's deposits are safe and there is not cause for the concern from other banks, that this is a one-off failure of this single bank.
Earlier this week and last week, California received major rainfall that has started to cause flooding. These floods have left more than 25,000 residents under evacuation orders. Near San Francisco, the Pajaro levee ruptured and caused more flooding. Rescues and repairs are underway, but officials warn that even a little more rain could be disastrous.
In what's being called a massive win for labor unions, the Michigan state legislature has passed legislation repealing laws known as right to work. These laws make it difficult for labor unions to operate. Michigan is one of the only states to repeal such laws, and it has labor unions celebrating and many conservative politicians upset. The bill now goes to Governor Gretchen Whitmer. She has signed her intent to sign the bill into law.
Our final story for today is regarding a bill proposed by Senator Bernie Sanders earlier this week. Sanders proposed a law that would mandate and provide funding to maintain a minimum salary of $60,000 per year for teachers. Currently, the average teacher pay is about $61,000, but that means more than half make less than that amount. This law has support from both sides of the aisle, and there is some hope it could pass in the coming months.
Moving back into our segments, hey Trent, have you ever heard of the Farmington JRTC program?
Isn't that the Air Force program right here in Farmington High School?
It's actually much more than that. It's just more than just an Air Force program. Watch this next segment to learn more.
The JROTC program is a cadet-led, cadet-owned program with an emphasis on community and nation service.
The JROTC stands for Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. It's basically a program that is dedicated to making you a better person, preparing you for life after high school.
It's a student-led program that pushes students into leadership positions.
It's a cadet-led program that teaches the academics of military life. I joined it my freshman year. It seemed like a fun thing to do. My brother was a part of it, and he did the marksmanship team, and I was going to do that, but I decided to do color guard instead. I joined ROTC my freshman year of high school, 2019. I heard there was a military program, so I wanted to challenge myself. I never really did challenge myself before high school, and so I wanted to take an opportunity to challenge myself while also making myself a better person.
I joined because my dad was kind of forcing it to happen, but once I started class, it became like a second family. I really loved it.
I always wanted to be a teacher, and since moving here to Farmington about 5 years ago, my son, he's in kindergarten. I wanted to get involved in the school system, and with my military background, the ROTC program was the perfect fit.
JROTC is not an ordinary club. It changes you on all different types of levels and capabilities, so you learn different capabilities that you never thought you had inside of you. Whether it be talking about space or survival or doing physical training every day, you learn something new about yourself and what you're capable of.
It's really fun. You connect with your classmates a lot more than in any other class, and you do learn a lot of leadership roles, and it just helps you become more known among the students.
I've added a lot of things to my resume because of ROTC, whether it be through awards or extracurricular.
I think the JROTC program is a great opportunity for any student. We've got athletes, we've got band, we've got the academic side. It's just a great opportunity for students to add to their college resume, their work resume, and just to get to experience different things that they normally wouldn't get to, such as a color guard. We've got a marksmanship team. We've got a drone team that's starting up, and we're even introducing the ensemble team.
But the challenges I've faced over the 4 years, it's just I've always had a leadership position, so the leadership and the challenges I've faced, but mostly the memories. I've done a lot of things with different cadets, made a lot of memories over these last 4 years, and something that I will hold truly dear to my heart.
Definitely connecting with everyone else, just becoming friends with them, understanding them more, and doing fun activities that you never thought you would get to do in school. So that's basically it.
The opportunities. There's lots of events that we do. There's a lot of leadership positions that can be held.
My favorite thing with JROTC is just seeing the change in the students. So from the time that they get here, we do challenge them as far as to take on leadership roles, responsibilities within the program, and for the most part, most of the students step up, and you can see their confidence build as the semester goes on. So that's my favorite part.
JROTC offers students so much more than just military opportunities.
Thanks, Caleb Truman, for that insight into the JROTC program.
Well, that's all we have for today's show. Be sure to like and subscribe.
For now, this has been Trent Gawlinski
And Caden Foster on
BKTV Live.